Good morning, everybody. Neko and I are gonna try and pot up 20 asparagus crowns, a couple of pear trees we got from Stark Brothers, and 75 strawberries. And here it all is. I think there's strawberries in there. But the idea is to use some of the leaf mold compost, which is kind of like dirt and kind of like wood chips, mixed with our own local soil. We're gonna pot up a tree in here with strawberries around. We have three different types, so I'll have three. And then we're gonna try and put an asparagus crown in each one of these 3-gallon cloth pots and water them in and see how we can get these going. Neko, come back here. Finish your snack and get some planting done. Well, he's actually checking out. That's what he's doing. He must be checking out the one that we had already done. That is a pear tree right there. Hi, Neko. That's a pear tree that we had done. And we had put one type of a strawberry in here. So this will be, the pots will actually be bigger than this, but hopefully it'll allow for more room. This tree is doing just fine. It's not struggling or anything. We just have to water it just about every other day. And we just check the soil moisture, just like this. Feels cool, but it's not exactly moist, so this will be one of the days that we water. I want to show you this. I'm going to use a regular watering can, and you can see how this is an okay option for watering a tree that's already in the ground, but it's not going to be okay for other things like small plant starts, because the force of it doesn't seem to be too much for this tree that has soil that's already got roots in it. It's got some, but if I were to, even these aren't too bad. If I can get out of the sun, it's not too bad. But we actually switched to our water hose when doing these small ones over here, because even though the water hose obviously is attached to more water and there's more flow, we can meter it from back here and get more of a misting. Doesn't take much, but that way we tried watering with that yesterday and it just like pummeled the soil over there. We have a bunch of perennial peanuts and vegetables, carrots and stuff like that. A little late for the carrots and things like that, but I just wanted to mention that. So when we're watering in these strawberries and things like that, we'll probably just have them all bunched up in an area and we'll just water them from there. And that area might actually be, I'll show you all this before we go into a montage of filling buckets. Here we've got those maple trees, and the mulberries that we've been potting up. And then we got some pine trees from a friend. They got them for Arbor Day deal. So we can put them, all these pots in this area and just mist over them instead of pummeling the soil. What we've got here, this is where we're digging soil from, but this is that leaf mold stuff that we bought, and it looks good, except for there's no, like, we don't see any worms in here or any sorts of bugs or anything. So we're gonna try and inoculate it with our own soil, which unfortunately will have some roots, and we just got to separate. We just don't want to have too much of the grasses, so kind of shake this off, you get as much in there, and then we'll mix it. We're just I'm kind of using the leaf mold as filler, and then we're trying to inoculate it with our own soil. We'll have to monitor the plants to see if maybe we do need to add some sort of food source. We don't want to be fertilizing and stuff like that, and I don't have any of my own compost, but we'll have to figure out some sort of somewhat sustainable from this property type of way to feed the plants. Yeah. Here's about a perfect example of what we did. That's where we stopped kind of chipping away at it. So some of the roots did end up making it in there, and we'll see if those regrow, but at least they'll be limited. Instead of trying to break this apart, or like tossing this in there, they would definitely for sure grow. So we kind of separated a little bit. And I went from one of my wetter portions of the backyard. You can see there's mulberry roots right down there. Try not to damage those too much, but it's pretty far from the tree, so I think it's pretty safe. But we'll leave that open for now, and we can backfill it with some whatever we want, probably that filler compost that we have. But we can use it, keep it open right now just in case we need some more, which I'm guessing we will. We got quite the number of pots to fill. Having a hard time staying out of the sun today. I just want to show you the purple. Here, I'll just move it like that. Purple passion asparagus, if you can read it. So this is how everything came from Stark Brothers. The purple passion asparagus and millennium asparagus came coated in this clay, chalk, whatever that is. So we're going to get that dumped into a thing of water. Book. And then all the strawberries, they're pretty dry, but we got 3 different types. What is that? Oh yeah, annual raspberries. I forgot I bought those. And then, so we've got Ozark Everbear, Sparkle Strawberry June Bear, and Hanoi. Yeah. Anyways, these 75 of them, cost $20, and I think all that asparagus was like 17. And then 2 of these pear trees were a 2-for-1 special for 28. There's an Anjou pear, and then this is the other pear, I'm guessing. Yeah, Bartlett pear. Then we just got a more random apple honey crisp. And then the idea is to pot these up and sell them as a kit, as a set, as a part of a permaculture guild, foodscaping type of deal. We'll pot up these raspberries too, and that'd be cool if we could get raspberries to start growing in something that big, which might be a little overkill for today. So we might just do 1 for each raspberry plant. Some of the strawberries will go with some of the trees, but then a lot of these strawberries and definitely the asparagus will be potted up separately in the smaller ones or whatever pots we have. So I just wanted to show that at least we can get them around some sort of water, so just letting them bake out in the sun here. Seems a little, I don't want to drown anything, and all I have is tap water, which is unfortunately chlorinated. But we haven't noticed any huge difference of any plants dying or anything like that, or yellowing out because we've watered anything with our water. We actually thought about adding a filter to this outside hose line, but it only lasts for 100 gallons, which is like, I don't know, 2 minutes of watering. So at least we got those in water, and we'll start potting these up with this new mixed soil here. So this is like the proper way, as the books say, is to have a main central mound and then spread it like this, and then fill it with soil. And then as it grows, we'll just keep an eye on it, and then this head, as it starts to grow up, we're supposed to rebury it. I've heard they do it in Germany to the point where all of their asparagus is actually white because it never grows any pigmentation. So that's the proper way to do it. Us, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We'll do it really perfect like that, and then we're going to stick another one in there somewhere because we don't have enough pots, we don't have enough soil, and we're also planning on being able to relocate these into bigger pots if we need to. So we're going to finish up with these 8 more, and then we have 1 more packet, so we'll need 5 more things. That's it. Well, this video is probably already longer than what I intended, so I might as well pause and do a chicken update. Watch the chickens follow me. They're looking for a snack or something. I think I might do that every once in a while. Grab random stuff. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I will be back to give you a snack. I would just want to finish up this video, alright? Yeah? 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 You happy? Happy birdies? Yep, looks like happy birdies. Alright, so we have finished potting up 75 strawberries, 3 different varieties, June bearing and ever bearing. We have done 20 asparagus, like purple passion, and another were millennial. We also planted up 2 pear trees, mixing my soil with that weird leaf mold compost stuff that they sold us here at Green Cycle, and 3 yellow and raspberries. So we kind of have them marked decently. Millennium asparagus in these 5, so 2 to 3 in each one, crowns, and the 3 raspberries, and then these are all the purple passion asparagus. You can kind of see the tag, probably not, a little hard to do with one hand. The big thing was getting it all mulched, and we separated these strawberries into smaller pots so that we could sell them maybe individually, or we could easily separate them instead of putting that many strawberries, 60 something, all into one of those big ones. We ended up doing that with asparagus because we figured that asparagus would be easier to separate. Not sure if that's true or not. However, did plant the 2 apples and pear trees, and we put 2 of each type of strawberry in there, and we'll see how it all goes. We've already done the initial watering in, and we've done it the second time about 10 minutes later. So we'll see how this goes. It's kind of our start to having some sort of a nursery, some sort of foodscaping business. We have a couple of pine trees down there, of course, an assortment of maples. Some are doing all right, some are struggling. We also have, which I'm not seeing right now, we have a collection of mulberries. I just got to remember where we put them. Yeah, whatever, I'll find them later. But yeah, so just an update. We got all that stuff done. Our walking onions are doing amazing. The onion heads are putting on more onions. You can see how cool that is. There's actually a bulb that had formed like this. See that bulb? It actually is a new sprout. So I could chop this off here and plant that, but we'll let it go through the whole summer, and we'll plant the bulbs in the fall. And to show you that this asparagus that we chopped, we dug out, still doing all right. If they have any troubles, this is basically what will happen, because nutrients have been blocked off, water's been blocked off. So you see this little bit of bending in here. Same thing happens with frost. I haven't seen any new shoots. Well, no, there's a new shoot right here. A little weak. But just like anything else, you just reach in and feel how damp the soil is, and that'll tell you if you need to add any more. For joining me on this, I'm guessing 12-15 minute video. It's supposed to be 7, but I'm glad we got all that done. Yeah, really glad we got it all done so that we can set that aside and take care of it, get some practice potting stuff up, and hopefully we'll be able to sell and, you know, kind of spread little baby food for us around my city here at some sort of, well, most of it will be mostly at cost, but hopefully we can figure out a way to raise it up a little bit so we can pay for gas to haul all these trees and all that around. So Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.